See, what did I tell you? We're going to cruise into that final in Bilbao. Easy night for Manchester United at Old Trafford tonight. Oh God, like for 70 minutes in that game, let's be honest, them fans that had already booked their tickets to Bilbao were shitting it a little bit because United were fucking crap for 70 minutes, but we turned up for the last 20, and all we can say really is in that game it all changed when the substitutes came on. Ruben Amorim had enough. Like literally it was the most piss poor display of attacking football that United have produced in Europe all season. It just looked like we were going to go through with a whimper, with no momentum. Spurs going through, all the pressure on United, a bad mood, negative vibes, but he made the change, and thank God Ruben Amorim did make them changes. Thank God he went, you know what, Rasmus, not good enough. You know what, Garnacho, not good enough. Just awful. First half, awful. First 70 minutes, like I said, we couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. It was just crap. The crowd were getting down, the crowd were getting angry, frustrated, and then he made the changes. And it was that man. Now Mason Mount is going to get all the plaudits, but the man I'm talking about is AMAD. Oh my God, he changed the game in 10 seconds. He just picked up the ball and drove at the Bilbao defence, and their asses completely fell out. It was like they had an easy ride with Garnacho and Højlund there in that team, and it was just chance after chance and pressure after pressure from Bilbao coming forward, and AMAD changed all of it. He literally single-handedly, with them changes that Ruben made, took the game by the scruff of the neck and went, you know what, not on my watch. And absolutely fantastic performance from AMAD, and levels above anything that Manchester United have got in that side. And I mean levels. He is just on a different planet, and is the standard that Manchester United need to be bringing in this summer, because honestly you can look at that game there and go, the future is bright. You've got Lenny Yoro. Whoa, seriously? Lenny Yoro tonight, again, absolutely outstanding. You got him and you got AMAD, but then we've seen the Chuckle brothers again tonight, like Lindelof and Maguire, shaky as hell. I'm worried about Manuel Ugarte as well. He is not playing well enough, to be honest, and it's a sort of half and half mix. It's positivity in a lot of Manchester United's players, and then I'm asking myself then though, I'm having a go at the old guard, the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer backline in Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, and Maguire just reminding us that one more year is probably just enough for Harry Maguire. Definitely doesn't deserve any longer than that. Thank God Lindelof is gone at the end of the season. Sounds like I'm being negative at the end of a really positive night, doesn't it? But that's the reality right now. We have to be real and serious about the situation as well. And you move it across to the younger players and you think you've got a little bit there of something to grab hold of in, like I said, Yoro and AMAD. But then you look at Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, the old guard, that are literally dragging us through these last few stages of these Europa League games without AMAD. Thank God AMAD's back to take the pressure off, because Casemiro, I mean, ever since he came back into the side this calendar year, a couple of months back now, he's had an outstanding 2 months for Manchester United. The influence that this man has had, and another goal tonight. Literally, this man in the air knows how to win games in big moments. And again, I've said this all along, if Casemiro is part of winning 3 trophies in his 3 years at Manchester United and helping this team get qualified for the Champions League in 2 of them seasons he's been at Manchester United, he's probably earned his money. He definitely doesn't warrant $500,000 next season, but thank you for the 3 years, Cass. You've been brilliant for us, and he has been a leader in situations and times when United needed experience and players that just grab hold of that moment and calm everybody down. Casemiro's been there. Bruno likewise. He's literally the saviour of this football club. Honestly, this season he's been on a different planet again. Him and AMAD are the 2 players, that Manchester United, you would say, are the standard bearers. They're the ones that Manchester United need to compare everybody else to. And if you're not coming in on that level, you're not good enough. I mentioned Lenny Yoro there. I thought Masraoui was good in the time that he was on tonight. Faultless again. I couldn't blame him for anything really. Maguire cocked up for the goal with a blind pass. Andre Onana was looking at it for about 10 seconds before he decided to dive. And again, Onana's not good enough for Man United. Maguire isn't the future of Manchester United. Big decisions need to be made this summer, and brilliant that games like that just show you exactly where United are at and where United can be. And that's what that was tonight. It was the future in Yoro and in AMAD, and it was the past in the likes of Harry Maguire and Lindelof. Thank you, Harry. One more year will do, and then thank you, see you later. Job done. Lindelof's gone in the summer. Casemiro, we'll see, won't we? But we really do need to invest in that midfield in the summer, because missing out that type of leadership is going to be key for Manchester United next season. And I think with all the reports and everything that's been going about United, top priorities being a number 9 and number 10, that was proven in Garnacho's and Rashford's performance. I mean, Rasmus Højlund literally couldn't miss that goal. I'm glad he scored. I said he'd score tonight. I was eating my words through the majority of that game because he was absolutely horrendous, and he's definitely not the future for Manchester United. But look, he got his goal put on a plate by that man that I just said, AMAD. He is just on a different planet, like I said. But I'm going to leave the last word for Mason Mount. 3 goals in 2 games. Ruben Amorim needs to start getting a little bit of respect from Manchester United fans here, because he's not rushed him back. I've moaned for Mount to start. I'm asking why Mount's not starting. He's nursed him in absolutely perfectly. And 3 goals in 2 games, and what a finish at the end there. The composure. We're actually starting to see a Mason Mount that was at Chelsea picking up Champions Leagues here. And Ruben Amorim is the one manager that's got the most time and consistency out of him so far. He's understood the injury that he had, he's nurtured him back in, and you know what? Going into this final, we've got 2 10s in AMAD and Mason Mount that could just rip Spurs apart in this type of form. All we're missing is the number 9. And that's the Achilles heel of this football team. It really is. The number 1 and the number 9 is just not good enough. And it might just be enough to see us through Spurs in the final. But honestly, going into the summer past that, I think it's proof in this Europa League run what Manchester United can do and what we really are incapable of doing. And that is in that goalkeeping area, in having a calmness and a composure at the back. I think with Yoro, Heaven coming through, De Ligt back, I think we've got a solid base there at the back at Manchester United. You need a goalkeeper behind them. You need someone who's going to put the ball in the back of the net up front. You get that 9 in with the rest of these players. You bring in Acuna, you've got AMAD and Cunha, seriously, with them 2. And then they've got Mount backing them up. And Bruno as well. That's a different level next season. But again, that there tonight was everything that Manchester United have been good at and been horrific at all season. Making it hard for themselves, and then quality players somewhere out of nowhere just bailing them out. Maybe it's just come at the right time where we've got certain players, like I said, just coming into form. Casemiro, Bruno, Mount, AMAD, they have to play the final. That has to be the lineup. Garnacho, I'm sorry, impact player off the bench. And I'm not being too harsh there, I don't think, on Garnacho. He just needs to be a little bit more composed. Maybe do a little bit of AMAD and Mason Mount training and look at them players. But like I said, there's your level. Not the level in Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund. It's just a level in where AMAD is at, and that's the benchmark. It's as simple as that. Well done, Mason Mount. Excellent from Lenny Yoro. AMAD's the game changer. Shaw's little cameo. And that's all she wrote. That's 19 goals in the knockout stages of the Europa League for Manchester United. That's frightening form going into a final. Let's get through these last 2 Premier League games before that final, and let's smash it. Come on, United!